Hey, my brothers, welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know who it is. I'm D, and it's the Future Fathers FF podcast. Yes, sirs. How you all doing? I hope you're all. Man. I hope you're all doing well, my brothers. Don't worry, I'm not on my Michael Jackson thing. I'll explain in a sec. I hope you're all well. I hope you're doing well. I hope work is treating you good. Your missus treating you alright. Your partner. Most of all, I hope your children are treating you good. On top of that, I hope you ain't had to beat nobody this week. My brothers, boy. Alright, so my hand, yeah, it's got a glove on it because I got plasters, yeah, and I don't want them to fall off. I had a little accident at work. I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah. So anyway, um, yeah, that was that. Uh, I don't want to elaborate on it a little bit more. Not really, not to be honest. It wasn't that much. Um, I was closing the roof hatch and kind of got my hand caught in the roof door and scraped my fingers on the latch on the roof. Well, it's just one of them things, man. These things happen, shit happens. Like, what can you do? In my line of work, I'm expected to have an accident every now and then. It's nothing. Just get on and get through it. Well, that being said, my brothers, have I got one for you today? This one was born out of something personal, to be quite honest, because my boys recently they've been in and out of the house and they've been doing their own thing. Obviously, they're big guys, yeah, they're big guys. Allow them to go and do whatever they're doing. But you see, when what they're doing affects what I'm doing, and I'm pushed to the point where I have to say something to you, yeah. I've said it before to both of them. It's just about keeping up with yourself. And then I sat back and I was like, wow, do you know what? They're big now. I've been telling them this. It's not like I haven't said anything. I've been saying something for a minute. And I kind of was just pulled back into, bro, do you know what? Did I actually, like, have I done enough? Did I do enough when they were younger for them to not be doing the things that I think they should be doing now? Now, you'll notice I said the things I think they should be doing. The life they're living is not mine. Yeah, it's not. It's got nothing. Well, it does have things to do with me, definitely, but it's not my life. They're entitled to live their life how they're going to live it. Unfortunately, there will be things that I do not agree with. I don't know whether that's going to be unfortunate. Not all the time, anyway. At least I hope not. I think. I hope. But definitely, they will make decisions that I don't agree with. And as they get older, and maybe I explain to them, decisions that I've made in my life, I know for a fact there's some decisions they will not agree with, but they're my decisions that I made, and I've lived with the consequences of said decisions. And this could be a good consequence or a bad one. I'm not trying to put myself in a box for you to say, oh yeah, but it doesn't matter anyway. You live with the consequences. Sorry. So going back around to what I was saying, where I started with this, is the point that have I done enough? Have I educated my sons enough? Have I pushed my sons enough? Have I taught my sons enough? Have I spoken to them enough? There are so many different questions that have floated around in my head for the longest while, I tell you, because I didn't have anybody there to tell me what to do, or I didn't have anyone to look at as a model and say, right, that's what I do. I had a model to say that's what I don't do, but having someone there, that positive influence, I've had those, but my dad in my house, no, haven't. Excuse me. And the only reason I say that is because of what I'm relating it to. I live with my children, so the influence that I've had on them has been from day one. consistently. So for me, it's like, well, what didn't I show you? What did I not? What did I not give you? What did I not teach you enough of for me to be asking these questions of you now? And I don't know whether I'm right in saying what I'm saying. I'm just posing the question to myself. And obviously, if I'm posing the question to myself, I'm putting it out there for you guys to answer as well for yourselves. Are you doing enough for your children as their dad? Because that question is a good question to ask, but if you can answer that question honestly to yourself and say, no, I'm not doing enough, what are you doing? Like, what are we doing? I've said that to myself on numerous occasions. No, I don't think I'm doing enough. And I've tried to do better. Not every time has it gone how I expected or even how I wanted it to. But you persevere, you push through. As their dad, and especially with boys, you have to teach them now, you know what, you keep going. Now, my little injury is going to be just another reminder to my boys to be like, brothers, I didn't lose a finger or nothing, so I'm good. I can go back to work. I don't have to. And the wickedest thing is, you see what happened? I didn't even. I looked at my hand and I was like, that was it. That was literally the sound that came out. If you see the size of the door, and it doesn't. It's not one. Right. So I've got to stand on a set of stairs and pull it down. As I pulled it down, yeah, I've gone like this. Right. But I saw something, so I just went like that, and it's kind of heavy. And I was letting it go. The boom, chin caught my hand. I was like, that was it. When I looked at my hand, I was like, that's actually mash up. I thought it was worse than it actually was. It's just some skin come off my hand. But I didn't want the plasters coming off, so I put the glove on. Now I'm doing my whole Michael Jackson with it. Anyway. Brothers, realistically, yeah, if you're unable to ask yourself that question as your child's dad, am I doing enough for my child? If you're not asking yourself that question, I would pretty much say you're probably not. That's just my personal opinion. If you are asking yourself that question honestly, you're thinking further ahead than a lot of people. A lot further ahead. And I say that because I've seen it in other people. When you question yourself, you tend to kind of look at things a little bit differently, especially if you're somebody constantly questioning themselves. And I don't mean in a bad way, in a constructive manner. If you're questioning yourself on your business choices, you know, it opens you up to thinking about other avenues of business or how you can operate your business. I've tried it. I'm doing that myself now. You'll see, trust me. If you're asking yourself questions about your work choices, obviously it helps you open up different avenues or possibilities for different work opportunities for yourself. Same thing in your relationship and your parenthood. These are questions that we should be asking ourselves anyway. These are not questions we should be ashamed of asking ourselves. Well, why not? I'm not doing anything bad. I'm trying to be better. So I should be asking myself, am I really doing enough? Or am I doing too much? Because that's a whole next thing. If you're doing too much, then you might need to slow down. And that, as I said, is a big thing. I've seen that as well when I've taken my children to auditions. Yeah? And I've seen parents that do way too much. Those parents, I've explained before, I can't be around them too tough. They're too much work. They are too much work. And sometimes you kind of look at them and you're like, you scratch your head and you're like, are you really? That, if it's me, well, it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. And you sit there and you watch and you're like, wow. You watch things develop. Like, I've seen children come out of auditions and straight talk to their parents. Where's my drink? I'm like, fuck's sake, what? Where's your drink? Tang! That's where your drink is. Or, as I used to, but it's in the shop. Yeah, I'm taking a mick just as you did. And when my thing was, yeah, I need to stop clapping. My thing was, yeah, my boys used to like asking for stuff because their aunt, yeah, talking about you, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Their aunts, yeah, and their uncle, yeah. You don't want to take them out and buy them things, yeah. So when they come to ask me now, my thing was deliberately, I don't got no money. I specifically didn't walk with change. So you can't hear no jingling, nothing in my pocket. No jang lang, you lot should know the reference. Nothing like that in my pocket. So my boys got to the point where they didn't even bother asking because they knew if they heard change, there was a reason for the change being in my pocket. Are we going shop? Done. You know where we're going. That's why you can hear the change in my pocket. You know where we're going. These are the things as well, my brothers. Like, is that enough? Did I give them enough information when I was doing that for them to realize? Evidently, yes. But over time and over years, being a parent, how do you know if you've done enough until your child actually leaves the house? I've watched my two boys grow in the house with them, and I'm still asking myself, well, have I actually done enough? Or have I done too much? Have I given you too much leeway? Did I not? Was I not tough? And brothers, all of these questions I've asked myself, I've even asked them. I've even asked my sons, was I too hard on you? No. That's what I got from them. If you didn't do the things that you did, we'd probably be out on the road. Those are the answers I got from my sons that I've raised. I am so happy and so proud to be able to say that. My brothers, it's not a joke, you know. We're raising young men out here and we want them to be productive members of society. We want them to be well established people in their lives as well. How can we expect that? How can we expect that of them if we're not willing to give them the tools to navigate life? That's what I'm trying to do here. And I don't care how hard it is, I'm going to continue trying. Do you know why? Because I feel I have to. It's necessary for me to do this. If I don't know what's going to happen to my sons. And I don't want bad things to happen to mine. So, if necessary, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sit down. I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to question them. And I'm going to question myself. If I'm not willing to do that, then I can just let them go about their business and do whatever they want to do. What kind of parent am I doing that? And I know there's parents out there that do that. I'm saying for myself, I couldn't do that. I'm not that guy. My missus is not that woman. She ain't doing that either. She's not letting certain things slide. Even if, brothers, this is the joke, yeah? This is the joke. My boys have grown up in a house that even my closest, my brothers and sisters, considered a strict household. Because it's funny. Them youths went outside, but my sons didn't get to really go and play outside because of the area that we lived in. And me and my missus know what it's like. We knew exactly what out there is like. We've got friends involved and have done stuff out on the road. Like, come on, who doesn't? It's Southeast London. Like, if you don't know somebody, then you're lucky. I was gonna say sheltered, but you're lucky. Brothers, we understood what it was. So we tried to steer them away from it as long as possible. Years later, they're doing well in their jobs. They feel like they're doing okay in life with a little bit of assistance. You know, the younger one, as I said, as I've explained before, he needs a little bit of a push, but that's nothing that I'm not willing or obligated to do. He's my son, of course I'm gonna help him. If I didn't, I would be a madman to not help him. I would be a crazy man to not want to help my own son. So, I do. because I understand that the relationship I have with my son builds him as a man just as much as it helps him tidy his room. Just say, "Oh, my dad's gonna." Yeah, advice like that throughout life is just there, consistent, because I've been there. Have I done enough for my sons as a dad? I may never know the answer to that question. I may never have the answer to that question. In some time, I would like to be able to say, do you know what? Yeah, I have. I think I have. And at some point, I might be able to say that. Right now, I can't answer that because I don't know. I hope I have. I really do. And if I haven't, then I need to get to working, don't I? My brothers, if you're thinking the same things as me right now, then I suggest we get to work, because this next generation is falling apart. We need to do something. Take the reins and fix them up somehow. I don't know, but we have to. Bros, as it is, keep it funky. I'm gonna flish back. No, we're not there. Don't worry. I'm keeping it funky with you today, bros. I need to go and eat, and my hand's kind of hurting as well. So, is what it is. Bros, the podcast is available on all major platforms, Apple Podcast and Google Play. You can catch me on Instagram at future_fathersFF. And my brother at Say Nay Official. We do 1 to 2 videos a week here. We don't try. I need to get rid of that now. And as usual, my brothers, you know what it is, yeah? When we like this, we like to please remind you to like, share, and subscribe. Do the flicky button. You know which one that is. You know exactly. You know what? I looked at the camera then. Yeah, sorry about that, bros. Sorry, yeah. Testing out the new one, as you can see. Anyway, bros, do the flicky button. You know what that is. Post notifications. So when the videos go, you will know. Yeah, you will. Brothers, thank you for your time. And obviously, if you've got something to say, leave it in the comments. I will be happy to answer your questions. My brothers, please, as usual, look after yourself. Stay well and stay blessed.